Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick, founder of Herbal 411. I'm going to do a video on rucking. Rucking is a nice way to say backpacking, if you ask me. It was made popular when Peter Attia, a great podcaster physician, started talking about how he exercises and goes hiking with a backpack. And rucking is a term that was started by the armed forces because of the big rucksacks that they carry. I've seen some military guys with 70 to 100 pounds. That is nasty. One of my patients just went to Alaska, and one of the requirements with the excursion team was you had to be able to pull 70 pounds on a sled and hold 70 pounds in your backpack. That, I think, is fair for going backcountry and wilderness, but that's tough. So I'm carrying an internal frame backpack. It doesn't weigh much. It's made to distribute your weight over your shoulders. Some of them have hip belts and some of them have pec straps. But if you can distribute the pressure evenly, it makes the weight a little bit easier to carry. So there's also, if you want to do rucking with a weight vest, you could do that too. But waist vests, I have a video somewhere that I'll put down a link to, but weight vests are so painful. They really rub on the shoulders. I don't like them. So I have my weight vest in here. And this is an internal frame backpack. It's nice because if you have somebody that gets tired on an excursion, you can sit on it because it's got a frame in it. It can support up to 200 pounds. There's a study in Japan about Japanese forest bathing where they sent patients into the forest for 20 to 30 minutes. They did blood tests and saliva tests before, then they have them come out and do blood tests, saliva tests after. They found that markers of inflammation dropped. That's significant for just walking in the woods. And it was assumed being in nature slows down stress response. And if you have stress response decrease, cortisol drops. When cortisol drops, testosterone, estradiol increase. And there's other markers of inflammation that also turn off. And there's no drugs involved. What better way to drug-free stabilizing of your hormones? You can certainly take medicines like SSRIs, or a lot of the seizure and psychiatric medicines. They're all made to change around hormone levels. You can do that. You can get better sleep. You can do peptides, but why not get out regularly? Now, you don't have to do a 3 or 5 mile hike. That'll take too much time out of your day, although it's good. You can certainly just pick a forest preserve like this. This is Mallard Lake, and then get out on a regular basis, maybe twice a week. If you do that on a regular basis, then at least your brain gets to have a blush of hormone on a regular basis. Exercise is good, twice a week, 3 times a week. Cardiovascular fitness is good, as often as you can. Steps per day, happiness, laughing, watching comedy shows, all important. If you can balance your day or your schedule with having something in your day or week to build up your calm bank or your step count or your exercises per week, that will balance your nutrition, and really you should have a healthy outcome. I mean, you can certainly just do the shortcut, take medicines, and that's fine too. But in addition to that, even if you do have disease, I think it's important to do the natural things that really add longevity, because it's fun to get out. Anybody can do it, even kids or grandmas, and you don't need training. But as you get more advanced with your backpacks, your shoe wear, your national park passes, I think it is important to know or have somebody guide you. As far as beginners, if you're trying to figure out, well, what kind of mileage do I do? What kind of speed do I do? Don't worry about that. If you're a beginner, all I want you to do is get out. And I think the easiest thing to do is to do something called an up and back. An up and back is when you go a certain distance, you turn around at a given distance or time, and you return. And it's always wise to turn off your phone, because I want you to get used to nature and just listening and being in the moment versus noticing that there's a podcast or you have to follow a certain beat to music. Don't feel that you have to do anything else except for getting out and walking. So if I'm tracking myself, I would say, ooh, there's a road, and it's easy to follow a road. Just have to make sure there's nobody that's going to hit you. And there isn't, and just me and this road and a whole bunch of geese. So gonna go this way because I see an endpoint right over there. So if I have a goal to shoot for, I'll hit the goal, tracking myself as far as time and distance, and I'll be leisurely about it. You don't have to get any speed going. You don't have to be in a hurry. In fact, you shouldn't be in a hurry. I just want you to get out, note your distance, note your time, and then go back. Just gonna get to the plow over here, mark that as my destination, and timestamp. So I'm at the plow, and now I'm going to turn around and head back to where I was, where I started. Or get used to the measure of distance and time, then you can improve upon it and you can grow. I usually say every 2 weeks you try to increase either your distance that you're doing in an allotted time. So if I only have 15 minutes, I'll do 7.5 minutes that way, 7.5 minutes this way, and within 2 weeks I should be able to do it farther with up and back destination. So I might be able to hit the tree line over there instead of the tractor as my turnaround. You can do that, or if you have a lot of free time available, increase your time outside. Now, how do you figure out how to start? It's up to you. I'd say having a mile as your goal, that means a half mile to up and a half mile to back, would be easy because it's a round number. In 2 weeks, increase to 1.5 miles. Then after 2 more weeks, increase to 2 miles. After you get used to rucking or hiking, then maybe 5Ks that you can run and walk with no time limit. I'm just asking you to get out, because sedentary life or sedentary living is equal in risk factors now to smoking. You don't have to go join a gym just yet, but I think this is a great beginning. So that's kind of it for rucking. I think that the backpack I have is a piece of cake. Don't go starting out like that. Just go light, get out, tell somebody where you're going, and start doing it at least 3 days a week. And give yourself a little bit more of a challenge because you'll adapt to it. Having something of a goal to pull you forward is always important. Otherwise, you just do the same thing over and over again. The chances of quitting are higher. Maybe sign up for one of my excursions, train with us or train on your own. Look for local hiking groups, running groups, walking groups. Even in the mall, you'll see walkers and they usually know each other. They say hi to each other. It's just nice to be in that group of camaraderie because other people are also looking to get healthy just like you. I do have other videos where I've talked about my backpacks. I've shown my excursions I've been on in national parks, and maybe it'll inspire you to do something cool. So thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Have any questions down below as far as equipment, distance, or other things, and I'll see you at the next video.